Hello everyone out there. Today in this video I am going to start off with learning tenses. In the previous video I have talked about verbs and its uses. In this video I will be talking about tenses and the different types of tenses together. Looking at it, it's quite simple actually, but when we divide it, for example, if we divide into different parts, it gets confusing for some foreign students. And keeping that in mind, I am going to make it as simple as I can. So basically we have three tenses. Verbs come in three tenses. They are past tense, present tense, and future tense. We talk about the past tense when we describe things that have already happened or that have already taken place. For example, talk about yesterday, last week, last year. I have eaten my breakfast, I've eaten my dinner. Past tense. And the present tense is used to describe things that are happening right now. For example, I am teaching. So this is happening now, ing. I'm teaching right now. This comes under present tense. The future tense describes things that have yet to happen or that are yet to happen. For example, I will go to school tomorrow. I will make sure that I complete my works tomorrow, or next week. My cousin will be coming next week. All this comes under future tense. For example, like later, tomorrow, next week, next year. All this comes under future tense. So there are three types of tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. Each tense is divided into four types sub tense. For example, in present tense we have simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. And likewise, past tense, simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, past perfect continuous tense. And in future tense we talk about future indefinite tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous. All this comes under future perfect tense. Okay, since I have made the table, I am going to use this table. We'll forfeit PowerPoint for now. Let's look at simple present tense. In simple present tense, let's look at the first one. Signal words. Every day, sometimes. Simple present tense. The signal words. What are the signal words for simple present tense? We have every day, sometimes, the use, something happens, repeatedly. The form of simple present tense. Remember, we have to memorize this, or we have to know this. If you know this, all the forms will come out, and if you learn all the forms, then you will definitely not find any trouble with tenses. It's very simple. If we look at all those formulas or forms, it looks a little confusing and it looks a tad boring, but once you learn it, it's very simple and it's so helpful. For me, learning tenses, the starting point was memorizing all these formulas or forms, which sort of paved the way for me to learn tenses. Something happens repeatedly. So the form is subject plus first form of the verb or the root form. For example, we have the root form of the verb, simple past and past participle. For example, the root form of the verb is go, simple past is went, gone is past participle. So root form of the verb do, simple past did, past participle done, eat, ate, eaten. So root form of the verb, simple past, past participle. So remember that. For to make it easier, I have used here first form of the verb, second form of the verb, or third form of the verb. That's what I'll be using, V1 plus object, the object in the sentence. Let's look at the example, positive examples. I work every day, he works every day, they work every day. Negative examples, I don't work, he doesn't work, they don't work, I don't work, he doesn't go. Interrogative examples, do I work, does he work, do they work, do I go, does he go. Asking questions. Interrogative examples. If we look at most of the films these days, we hear Americans, especially in American movies, we hear them saying like, you're okay, you want to drink tea, you want to have this. By changing the tone of a sentence, they've made it into interrogative sentence, but that's not how it works. Do you want to drink this? Do you want to have this? Not, you want to have this? No. Do not try to be influenced by that. It's actually really bad. So simple present tense, the signal words are every day, sometimes, always, often, usually, seldom, never. Use of simple present tense. Something happens repeatedly, how often something happens, things in general, with verbs like to love, to hate, to think, to express habits or general truth. The form of the verb, I eat pizza every day, I eat. First form of the verb, eat, ate, eaten, pizza every day. Again, the form, he, she. If it is he, she, it's singular, remember. He, she, it plus verb with s or es. So singular verb. He eats pizza. Remember, this is singular subject. So the verb also has to be singular. He eats, they eat. This is plural. So verb also has to be plural. They eat pizza. I eat pizza. We eat. It eats. Remember, in simple present tense, it should always be first form of the verb or the root form. Do, eat, kill, all this comes under first form of the verb. Let's look at present continuous tense. In present continuous tense, the simple words or signal words are now. That means it's continuing. Remember, ing. In present continuous tense, there will always be ing. Without ing, it cannot be a present continuous tense, or it cannot come under present continuous tense if we don't say ing. The signal words are now, at the moment, look, listened. Listen to me now. Let's look at the uses of present continuous tense. Something is happening at the time of speaking or around it. Second point, future meaning. When you have already decided and arranged to do it, a fixed plan or date. For example, like if it is specific, you are going somewhere tomorrow, and if it is sure, or if it is like done, it's going to happen, you say, I am going to Delhi tomorrow. My plane is departing at 10 a.m. in the morning. You do not say, I will be going to Delhi tomorrow. My train will be departing at 10:30. If it is specific, like if it is clear, it is always good to use present continuous tense instead of future continuous tense. Let's keep that in mind. And let's look at the form. The form here, subject plus am or are or is plus verb in ing. So verb should be in ing. Singing ing, doing ing, crying ing. Verb with ing. B forms. What are B forms? B forms are am, is, and are. And the example, I am eating pizza right now. He is eating. She is eating. They are eating. Positive examples, I am working. He is working. He is going. Negative examples, I am not working. He isn't working. He is not going. Interrogative examples, am I working? Not, am I working? No. Am I working? Is he working? Is he going? These are examples. The uses with a habitual action verb, especially to indicate a stubborn habit, to indicate a future event on a designated date as part of a plan. Like I've said earlier, if it is specific, date, time, if they are mentioned, use present continuous tense instead of future continuous tense. Present perfect tense. The signal words are just, yet, never, ever, already, so far, since, for, recently. The use of present perfect tense. You say that something has happened or is finished in the past and it has a connection to the present. This is point number 1. Point number 2, action started in the past and continues up to the present. 3. To indicate past action which is not defined by a time of occurrence. Now let's look at the form. We have subject plus have if it is singular verb, have if it is plural. If the subject is plural, have. If the subject is singular, has, plus third form of the verb or past participle. Done. Do, did, done. Third form of the verb. Do not forget that. Plus object. For example, if it is singular, singular verb has, plural verb have. For example, he has finished her studies. She has done her studies. So here you can see third form of the verb. Plural, have. They have finished their studies. We have finished our studies. So have, look at this again, have plus third form of the verb, finished. This is the one. That's how it is. I have eaten all of the pizza. I have. Positive examples. I have worked. He has worked. They have worked. Negative sentences. I haven't worked. He hasn't worked. They haven't worked. examples of interrogative. Have I worked? Has he worked? Have they worked? And we have present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous tense. Signal words all day, the whole day, how long, since, for. Let's look at the use. Action began in the past and has just stopped. Do not forget that. Indicates how long the action has been happening. Emphasis. Length of time of an action. The action may or may not be complete. Let's look at the form. We have subject plus have or has, depending upon the singular subject or plural subject. Subject plus has or have plus verb in ing plus object. Singular. She has been eating pizza. So has been, have been plus verb in ing. There has to be here has been or have been plus verb in ing. Do not forget that. Moving on. They have been eating pizza. So remember, have is plural. So have plus have been plus verb in ing. ing. So here, pizza. Adam and Eve have been eating mangoes or apples. It's not important. Positive examples. I have been working. Remember, I have bolded this. Have been plus verb in ing. I've bolded ing here. He has been working. I have been working. They have been working. Negative examples. I haven't been working. He hasn't been working. I haven't been working. Have I been working? Has he been working? Have I been working? Have they been working? So this is it. In the next video we will talk about past tense. For now I will stop from here. Thank you so much.